The way people trust and discover information has changed again. And this time, it's not just about search or social. It's about AI-powered discovery, zero-click answers, and systems that decide what gets surfaced before your audience ever, if they ever, hit your website. Which means the old channel-first approach, post here, pitch there, post this, boost that, doesn't just feel scattered, it is scattered. It performs scattered. It creates noise instead of momentum. That is why we rebuilt the PESO Model Certification for 2026. Not as a refresher, not as a content course, but as the way marketers and communicators operationalize visibility, credibility, and trust across paid, earned, shared, and owned media, so that the work compounds and scales without requiring more resources or a bigger team. And because it's launching on my birthday, I decided to skip candles, though I am still having a chocolate cake decorated with conversation hearts, and I will give you something more useful, an operating system you can run, whether you're a team of one or leading a global organization. On this week's Spin Sucks podcast episode, I'm going to give you all of the details about the brand spanking new PESO Model Certification. I am super excited about it. We've spent a lot of time and energy on it, and I hope you love it too after hearing all about it.
If you're a communications pro who works hard, doesn't compromise quality, and gets the job done, welcome home. We'll share our tips, tricks, and stories, and together we will change the face of PR. Spin sucks, but we don't. With the Spin Sucks podcast, here's Gini Dietrich.
Welcome back to the Spin Sucks podcast. I'm Gini Dietrich. Before we get started, I have a little tidbit for you. Did you know that if you can't finish watching right now, you can subscribe to the audio version of this show? We're on all the platforms where you get your podcasts, including Spotify and Apple, or you can subscribe to our newsletter at spinsucks.com and get it in your inbox every Tuesday morning. For many years, many pros have treated PESO as a list of tactics to execute or a framework to pull out when a plan is needed. But the world we're working in now doesn't reward plans that live in a deck. It rewards systems that can be executed, measured, and improved week after week without reinventing the wheel every time the algorithm sneezes or a business priority shifts. That is what the PESO model has become, an operating system. It now sits beneath your marketing and/or communications programs and is updated as the industry evolves, and so does your work with it. Not do a little owned, sprinkle in some social, pitch a few reporters, and post a boost if it's doing well. An actual system that connects what you publish, owned, what validates you, earned, what moves through networks, shared, and what you amplify, paid, so that each part makes the other stronger. If you're a team of one, you don't need more tactics. You need a way to make the work you're already doing compound. So one strong piece of content becomes multiple assets, multiple proof points, and multiple paths to discovery. If you're on an enterprise team, you don't need more channels. You need alignment. So paid doesn't run in one direction while earned runs in another, social is stuck chasing trends, and the website becomes a dumping ground that no one owns. The PESO operating system works at every level because the goal stays the same. Build a visibility you can control, credibility you can borrow, and trust you can keep, and then connect it all so it performs like one program, not four separate efforts. The updated PESO Model Certification is built to teach you how to run exactly that. And in today's AI-driven world, discovery is happening with or without you. Your audiences get answers in Google without clicking. They make decisions based on summaries, screenshots, and creator commentary. And now they're asking AI tools to explain, compare, and recommend, often before they even visit your website, if they do at all. That doesn't mean your job is to do AI. It means your job is to ensure the truth about your brand, your expertise, and your point of view is consistent across the web and services in AI answers. That is what I call visibility engineering. Visibility engineering is a strategic, outcome-focused approach to marketing and communications that uses PESO to build authority, trust, and credibility, particularly within AI-driven search engines. It allows you to, well, engineer your visibility and AI answers, and across all of the places your audiences hang out. And the best part is, this isn't reserved for brands with giant big budgets. It works for them, but it's not reserved only for them. If you're a solopreneur, visibility engineering means building a tight, defensible body of work that gets reused everywhere. So you're easier to discover and easier to trust without posting 24/7. And if you're inside an enterprise organization, visibility engineering looks like aligning what teams publish, pitch, share, and promote, so your authority doesn't fracture across business units, agencies, or regions. This is exactly why the PESO model is evolving so well right now, because visibility is not a channel program, it's a systems problem. When your owned media clearly articulates what you know, your earned media validates it, your shared media distributes it through the right networks, and your paid media accelerates what's proven, AI and humans see the same thing: consistency, credibility, and authority. That is a visibility engine driven by a PESO operating system. And it's the foundation we built into the 2026 PESO Model Certification. So you're not guessing how to show up in this new discovery landscape. You're engineering it on purpose. This year, we rebuilt the certification around one goal: help you run PESO as an operating system. It's not something you study once, learn it, and move on. Now it sits underneath your marketing or communications program, or both, and runs the engine based on where you want to go. Learning the model is no longer the hard part. Doing the work consistently is. Connecting it across channels and proving it matters, whether you're a team of one trying to stop recreating everything from scratch, or you're inside an enterprise org trying to get 10 teams and 3 agencies moving in the right direction. So what's new? Well, allow me to tell you. We rebuilt both the certification and recertification for modern teams, today's roles, today's workflows, today's reality. It teaches you how to embed the operating system and engineer visibility in smart, ethical, resource-conserving ways. If you're already PESO Model certified, you'll receive an email from us in a few weeks with instructions for your recertification and guidance on what's new. This is not an AI bonus lesson. Visibility engineering shows up inside owned, earned, shared, and paid, because that's where discovery and trust are being decided right now. And this year's certification comes with a workbook to house all of your work and your final PESO plan. But what's better is the workbook includes AI prompts to accelerate your work and make the inputs more efficient. And speaking of AI, the PESO operating system AI is included for free. It's a $1,000 per year subscription included in the cost of the certification, so you can pressure test the work you're doing and train your PESO bot to do it effectively. It's like having me on your shoulder directing you through the work every day. And who doesn't want that? I mean, really. We've always led with business outcomes first and marketing metrics second, but this new iteration allows you to get really sophisticated with the help of AI, with not just reporting results, but doing it in a meaningful way that leaders are excited to hear about. Think metrics combined with storytelling in a creative and compelling way. There are 3 things that power this expanded version. I mentioned the workbook. It's one place where your plan lives from start to finish. There are lesson worksheets that are short, focused tools so you don't get lost in the weeds and you can do the work and build on it week after week. And of course, the PESO OS AI I've already mentioned. If you're solo or on a small team, this becomes your command center, so you can build momentum without needing more people, more time, or more money. If you're in an enterprise org, it becomes the alignment mechanism, so everyone is working from the same source of truth. So this is not the kind of certification you consume. It's not something you can half watch or listen to while you're multitasking. It's built so you can do the work while you learn. There isn't a single lesson that's longer than 20 minutes. I think there's only 1 or 2 that are at that length. The most of them are between 9 and 11 minutes. They're bite-sized, so you don't have to spend a lot of time, but it's super productive. So let me walk you through the structure. Week 1 is the orientation and setup. We get you grounded in what's changed: AI discovery, visibility engineering, the operating system mindset, and we set up the tools you'll use throughout the program so you're not hunting for templates or reinventing the wheel. Week 2 is owned media, where we're going to build the foundation, the home base. You will build that foundation. It will be the themes you can defend, the questions you can answer, the expertise you want to be known for, and the owned content ecosystem that becomes your source of truth. This is where it all starts. Week 3 then is earned media. So you're going through earned credibility that compounds. Earned media is a credibility engine. So you'll map story angles, proof points, and a strategy that reinforces what you publish and strengthens what you want audiences and decision makers and AI bots to trust. Week 4 then is shared media, where we talk about distribution in a distributed ecosystem where people are getting their information. Shared media is where your attention moves now. This week is about designing distribution and conversation on purpose. So you're not just posting, you're moving people and signals in the right direction. Week 5 then is on paid media, that strategic amplification. Paid is the accelerator in a PESO model program. You'll learn how to apply what's proven, target with intention, and create smart rules for what gets budget, when it gets budget, and what success looks like, whether you spend $5, $500, or $500,000. Week 6 then is the integration. You'll turn the 4 media types into one operating system. This is where PESO stops becoming 4 work streams and becomes one program. You'll build the intersections and workflows that make the work reusable, scalable, and consistent. Consistency is so important today across teams and channels. Week 7 is measurement. We talk about outcomes first and metrics second. You'll build a scorecard. I have dashboards for you in there that connect what you're doing to what the business cares about. So reporting becomes decision-making, not a monthly ritual of screenshots and engagement was up. Great. What does that mean? We help you with that. And then week 8 brings it all together into the full-on operating system. You'll consolidate everything into a final PESO plan that will allow you to embed the operating system and do your work on top of it. At the end, you will have a working PESO operating system that is built for your organization, your team size, your resources, and your reality. This is going to allow you to run it again and again without ever having to start from scratch. You'll have a complete PESO plan that's tied to business outcomes. You'll have an owned media content ecosystem that becomes your home base, your foundation. You have an earned media strategy that helps you compound credibility and earn that third-party credibility that leads back to your foundation. You'll have an earned media distribution plan that's designed for how attention moves in today's distributed ecosystem. You'll have a paid media approach that simply amplifies what works. It's not ads in publications. It's not Super Bowl commercials. It's none of that. It's a paid media approach that amplifies what works. You'll have an integration map that turns the 4 media types into one program, and you'll have a measurement scorecard you can actually use, and AI will help you accelerate that. The PESO Model Certification is built for people who want a repeatable system, not a never-ending list of tactics. And it's designed to work whether you're running a global team or you're on the team. For solo practitioners and consultants, the certification helps you build authority without posting 24/7. It helps you repurpose one piece of content into many. It helps you create a plan that you can actually execute even with limited time and budget. We work you through the plan over the 8 weeks, so it's complete and ready to be executed when you're finished. And it helps you prove results without drowning in reporting or needing to understand Excel pivot tables. For small teams, it helps you stop chasing every channel and start running a connected system. It helps you create shared priorities so everyone is not working in different directions. It helps you build workflows that reduce duplicate work and increase reuse. And it helps you make measurement meaningful, even if you don't have a full analytics department. If you're inside a big organization, the certification helps you align paid, earned, shared, and owned media under one operating system. It helps you create consistency across teams and agency partners without consistent policing. It helps you reduce duplication, conflicting messages, and random acts of marketing. And it helps you build measurement and reporting that connects business outcomes that leadership actually cares about. And if you work at or own an agency, it helps you run repeatable planning and execution across accounts. It shows value in a way clients understand. It helps you show and build integrated programs instead of disconnected deliverables. And it helps you create a shared language across strategy, specialists, and client stakeholders. Whether your title says marketing, communications, PR, brand, digital content, or other duties as assigned, the work is the same. earn attention, build credibility, show up in the right places, and prove results. If you want to stop collecting tactics and start running a system that matches your work and makes it more visible, more credible, and easier to defend, you're in the right place. If you're convinced by now and ready to become PESO Model Certification, that's great. Just go to spinsucks.com and go to the PESO Model Certification page. I believe it's spinsucks.com/PESO-model-certification. It's way easier to go to spinsucks.com, click on the hamburger menu in the hamburger navigation, and click to PESO Model Certification. That's way easier. Spinsucks.com, PESO Model Certification. That's where you can do that. If you're a member of IABC or PRSA, you get a special discount. For IABC members, they would like you to please log into your profile on their website and you'll be able to obtain the discount code that way. For PRSA members, shoot us a note and we'll help you get into that process. If you teach at a university or are a student, please email us. You also get a special discount. And if you're interested in team discounts or in-person training, please email us and we'll discuss your needs. The email address for anything, all questions, anything you need is support@spinsucks.com. That's support@spinsucks.com. Like I said, go to spinsucks.com. In the navigation, go to PESO Model Certification. Everything's there for you. And if you need more time to kick the tires, you're not ready quite yet to make that decision, come back next week. I'll go deep on owned and earned and how exactly they work together to build visibility engineering in our AI discovery world. I'll show you what you can do inside the certification to build authority that both humans and AI systems can recognize, validate, and surface. And we'll move on from there. We'll go into paid and shared and then integration and measurement, and we'll do some frequently asked questions. So we're here. We have lots of answers. I'm super excited. Until then, let's flip and go. If you want to learn more about the PESO model and its certification, join us in the SpinSucks community. It's a great place to get advice, brainstorm ideas, and build real relationships with your peers. You can find us at spinsucks.com/community. That's spinsucks.com/community. And make sure you follow us on LinkedIn, TikTok, and Instagram. We're posting tips, how-tos, cheat sheets, and more every week. I'll see you next week.